everybody, it's Kim the Crafty Nomad, and I am back finally with the episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast. And I feel like I'm shaking the table, so I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I'm shaking the table, so let's see if I can stop doing that. Anyway, welcome back. I know I've been gone for a while, and I just want to finally do an episode and try to get back on track. So I don't have any notes, and I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, so you see all my crafty goodness in the background here, and I got a bunch of stuff on the table to share with you, so let's get started. Catching up while we talk about what I have done and what I have new. I will also sort of catch you up on what's sort of been going on. I've been having really, in some ways, in most ways, a good time. In some ways, a little bit challenging. That's why I haven't been crafting very much. And for a little while there, I was going crazy on the blanket yarn amigurumi, and I'm still on that track. It's just taking me forever to finish this last one because I kind of slowed down, but I do have some progress to show you. Now I'm going to try to get the book without knocking over the table, to show you that I'm doing a project out of this book that I got from my coworker for Christmas. She was my secret Santa, and this was on my Amazon wish list. And so she she gave it to me. So one of the things that I've been trying to do is use some of the books and patterns I already have, and I have done a pretty good job this year of that. But I found this cat in here that I really wanted to give a shot with the blanket yarn. If I could just get to it. I should look at the table of contents, but of course I did not do that. So this one is called Carl, Fisherman, and the Small Whimsical Fish. That's the cat. These patterns use worsted weight yarn, so my cat's gonna be much bigger. I think they use worsted. This book is called Cuddly Amigurumi Toys by Marie-Lise Lier or something like that. Anyway, there's 15 projects in here, and so you can see the author's name. There it is right there. And so there's some of the patterns projects in here, and here are some of the others. I shared this book before, but this cat, yeah, they use worsted weight yarn for that. I use blanket yarn, and I'm just about done. So let me see if I can maneuver and not knock everything over so you guys can see this big one. I'm calling them big ones, y'all. These big giant. Oh shoot. Okay, let's see if I can get you to see him. What you can see, he's cute. This is a cat. It's not a boy, it's a girl, and I don't know her name. Karla. I called her Karla the Cat. See how big her head is? It's way bigger than mine. But yeah, I'll put a picture in somewhere so you can see how she looks, and she still has string. The last thing she needs is a tail. And I love how, I wish you could see the way that the pattern was written so that the booty would just sort of pooch out on it. It's so fun. The thing about this pattern book, like I said, so that's coming along, guys. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with all these things. I feel like I need to gather up all of my amigurumi and donate them to Ronald McDonald House or somewhere. But anyway, overall it's a decent book, but it doesn't give you like specifics. Like for instance, whenever you do a still getting used to it, just huff pattern, there are very specific directions on where to place everything, and I think I can kind of move you back a little bit. Okay, so there are very specific directions on where to place everything, right? That's not like this. This will say, sew on the arms. It won't tell you go to round blah 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 and so on. So you kind of have to determine that yourself. And if you're good at amigurumi, that works for you. I'm getting better at amigurumi, but at first I was like, I don't know how to make this stuff symmetrical. I still don't get it symmetrical all the time. So it's always helpful when a designer gives you specific placement instructions, but that wasn't the case with this. So the last part of this I have to do is that tail right there, and I'll be working on that. I don't know when, because I got some other stuff I need to do first, and if I get some crochet mojo back, I'm going to use it to get it together with some of these projects that I'm collaborating on. So that's that for that. I did not bring anything else crochet wise, but I have been making some different things. Now I'll share with you guys, let's see, what do I want to talk about next? Okay, I'll share with you guys that I am doing a collaboration with Diane over at Lady Di Yarns, and my contribution to the collab are the resin keychains that I have been making. And I brought this one over here, but I already have it packaged up, so you really can't see her very well, but I'll still try to show you one on that one. You can see a little bit, but you just see this is how I packaged everything up for her. And each one will have my business card on it. And yeah, so a lot of these have already been sent off. I have another set ready to go, and I still have another bunch of these to still make. So I've been devoting any of my crafty mojo and energy and time to that project right now. So yeah, so once I get done with this, I will be making some of these, because I know people have been interested to purchase some, so there will be some available for purchase at some point. But right now all of my energy is going into getting this one done for the collaboration. So those have been pretty fun. Some of them have full afros, some of them have afro puffs, and so they're super cool. Now since I was into the resin and I was on AliExpress and I was looking to order, I don't even know what I was going to order, but you know how they do with cookies, once they know what you normally look for, they sort of suggest. So what came up in my suggestions was a mold for this, and they didn't call it what it is because of copyright, but look at that. Now if you saw us on our live, you saw the cat already, and you saw this already, and you also know that this one is already claimed and given away. So I actually have another one in process for a special someone, and I am people are asking if I'm going to be able to have more of these available. I currently only have one mold, and so to do one, I won't have a lot available. I can only do one at a time, whereas with my girls, my resin afro girls, I purchased several when I understood that I was going to be a part of this collaboration. I need to be able to crank out. I can't do one at a time and get out the number that I need to get out. So those, I have a few more molds, and I have actually placed an order for more molds for the Grinch as well, but right now I only have one. So this one is being given away, and this one's already claimed, and I have another one that actually is for somebody, and then I did order some more, so I will eventually have some of these. But it came out wonderfully, and the technique that I did with that, the red and white and yellow and some of the black, I actually did on I painted into the mold. I tried that technique and it came out okay. I still had to touch the paint up a bit, and then I went over it with some UV resin as well, so you can see that shine on the red and the white. But yeah, so I tried the technique of painting the mold and then pouring the green resin on top once the paint dried, and I liked it, so I did it again and I did it better, but I still have to touch up the paint. So I gotta trying to get to the point where I don't have to touch up the paint, but that's where we're at right now with the process. And I love how the Grinch came out. I really love how this one came out. Really loving how the other one came out too. I got a different glitter. I don't have it over here, but I mixed the glitter into the resin and with just a few drops of this. Maybe that's why I use this. And right now, I already took it out the mold, but it's still quite flexible. And I'm wondering if, I didn't realize this was washable paint. And I wonder if it has some kind of water content and it may not get as hard as I want it to get. It still will be useful, but it should be like rock hard. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's that for that. That's the Grinch. Then I really got into, had shown on our live these Beatable pens that I had gotten off AliExpress. You guys know I'm Kim the Crafty Nomad. I love crafting all the things. I'm all over the place. And so I watch a lot of different types of content on YouTube. Lately, I haven't been watching a whole lot of YouTube. However, I think I saw somebody haul these, one of the paper crafters. And these are Beatable pens. Now, if you look right here, and all you do is twist. Okay. So all you do is twist it, and that's how you get the pen out, and you retract. And here is where you put the beads. Now, this unscrews from both ends, but I usually just unscrew that end, put my beads on the way I want them, and then put this back on. A lot of people will put a dab of glue in there so that then you can't take them out. I didn't do that, but that's what they look like. And so I showed those on a live, and I wanted to do some before the next live, which was last week, and you can see that video content down below. I'll link it. So I made like about 4 of them, and I ended up giving away all of them but 2 of them on the show. And then I eventually, actually one person bought one and one person was given one. So let me show you the 2 of the ones that were already given away, but I haven't mailed them yet because I'm trying to figure out how to package them and so they don't get ruined. And I think I got that planned out. I'll share that with you once I actually package them up on another video, okay? So let me show you these. Oh, I got them kind of far away from me. Sorry about that. I'm off the camera. So I made, let me show you the, sorry, I'm really off camera now. So here are the 2 that I'm, right here. The 2 that I made and gave away. And the people who won these already know who they are. They haven't been shipped yet because I'm afraid of them getting ruined, so I'm coming up with an idea on how to keep them safe during the shipping. And you see, that's what this one looks like. And I love that you can hang like a little charm if you have the right findings, and I just love how these came out. So those were those. Then I had bought a multi-pack, of these pens with all the different colors. And what I found is that only certain beads actually fit the beatable part. Sorry about that. So they have to be these giant, they have to have a big hole, basically. And these from Hobby Lobby, these are by Bead Design Co. And Hobby Lobby has several varieties of these, and they were on sale this week, so I went to Hobby Lobby and got a bunch more, but this was the only box I had. And then I had some other larger beads from Michael's, and that's how I did these first 2. And you can see that the pinks and the pearlies came out of this box. But then I had a variety pack with these gray ones. And then the candy bead on this one is from AliExpress. And it worked out perfectly. It had a wonderfully big hole. Okay. So, excuse me. So I went and got a bunch more from Hobby Lobby. I hadn't been to Hobby Lobby in a long time. And for me, it was a long time. So what and the only thing I went for was the beads. and some glitter and some gold jump rings, and that's all I got. I didn't buy any yarn. However, I still bought too much. All right, so let me show you what I came up with for this one. Here's a black one, and as you can see, it has some animal print beads on it and a pair of red lips, which I absolutely think is so cute. So that was that one. It's like a matte black, and this is like a brushed silver look on this one. And again, you can see this one has, oops, a perfume bottle. Let me see if I can get you to be able to see that a little. I don't know if this works, but people always do it. Doesn't seem to work that well for me, but that's a perfume bottle. This one I absolutely love. I had made one of these in pink, and it had a pink purse. I said I was gonna keep it, but I ended up letting that one go. So I made this one with the black purse. And they're tricky because the pen itself, the barrel itself is gold. So I knew I could use this gold based charm. However, you see the tips and things are silver, and so is my charm holder. But I thought it still was gonna be fine, and I think it turned out just fine. All those beads came from the same box. Love how that one came out. This, oh, I just showed that one. Now these are fun. And this one has, as you can see, a little dress. And some mermaid beads, a pearl bead, and that fun rhinestone bead. Super fun on that. I checked all of them, made sure that they right. These ones are going to be available for sale. I posted them up on Instagram. Anybody who's interested, you can private message me on Instagram. I'll eventually post them up on my Etsy shop if I don't get any interest on Insta or here. But look at this one. It's a hot pink one with a Eiffel Tower charm. I absolutely love that one and how it came out. Another couple of those mermaid beads as well. When I say mermaid, let me show you what I mean. Dump them out. But it's these ones. They're iridescent and a lot of different colors. And even though these beads are small in size, the hole is perfect for these pens. Let's see. I don't know the millimeters on any of this. It's not marked on the box. So I don't know about the smallest of the beads in here. I didn't try one of the smallest ones, but it looks like it even is big enough. All right. And then the last one, it has a puppy paw. And I like this one because the puppy paw is silver and black. And then, so this is totally coordinated with a red barrel, sparkly ball, black, and another clear sparkly ball. I love how these came out, guys. I love the puppy paw. So that's that. I think that's all of those. I've shown you all of those. Okay, so now I want to talk about a couple of things that have been going on. So, you know, I was in the house the entire year, basically, since since, you know, COVID-19 showed up. I got vaccinated in February. And by May, I was actually ready to sort of re-enter the world. So my first thing, and I think I made a video back then, but my very first event that I went to was an event at the Knitting Tree, LA, which is my local yarn shop. And I got to see Zelda NRJ3 here on YouTube, Pam from Pamela's Knit and Crochet Corner, and or Crochet and Knit Corner. And then Vickie from Got You Hooked showed up. We got to meet I got to meet up with them, and I think Leo the Sassy Cuban was there, and we have pictures. Z for sure had video. I'll link her channel down below. I'm sure if you're following me, you already follow her. But anyway, it was fun, but that was the first event. Then later on, and hopefully I'm flashing pictures as I'm talking just to sort of remind you of all the things that I've been able to do this summer and people I've been able to meet this summer. I got to meet Cece Covello Cherie, and she is a fantastic friend and part of our community here. She doesn't live that far away, and she is someone who is really using her craft to make her living. And so she was going to be vending at an event, and me and my best friend here, we got in a car. My friend was willing to go with me, so I wouldn't drive by myself, and it wasn't that far, but my friend with me, and it was just a part of a day that we spent together, and I got to meet Cherie. So that was super fun. And then I went to Chicago. I went to Chicago in May to see my mom. I think I've shared with you guys, my mother, she also got vaccinated in the early spring, and she did not do the second shot did her in, and she landed in the hospital. So it was really touch and go, not touch and go. It was just, it wasn't touch and go, but in my heart it felt like that because she was taking a minute to bounce back to being herself. So once she was over, she got sick from the second shot, which made her blood pressure drop, which caused all these other problems. She was dehydrated, all these things. And so she had to actually end up in the hospital for a couple of days. So, and then even once she got home, her body trying to regulate itself and get the blood pressure where it needed to be and to be hydrated and all that took like another 3 weeks. So in May, I believe after I met Cece or Cherie, I was able to go to Chicago, and it was such a short trip. I had hoped that I could meet up with somebody. Every time I go home, I want to meet Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. I want to meet up with Jeanette from DIY Creations, but that trip was super short. I'm the only one that went because I just really need to lay eyes on my mother for myself, and it was wonderful to go. Got to see some friends, and that kind of thing was wonderful. So that was all good. My mother's doing great. However, like I said, only I went. So we went back again in August, and all 3 of us went back, and everybody was so happy to see Steve and Jordan. They hadn't laid eyes on him, and everybody was shocked to see Jordan because they haven't seen him since 2019 in person. He's grown quite a bit. And so, so that was cool to be home. But it was a wonderful trip. We got to see family. We got to see friends. We had this wonderful gathering at my mom's house, and all of my friends came over. Some family came over. We had some great food. My sister made the best catfish that I've had in a very long time. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We had a blast. Saw a cousin that I hadn't seen in years. So it was just wonderful. But guess what else I got to do? I got to meet up with Rose from Rose Likes Crochet, and by now I should be flashing up a picture of me and Rose together, and we went and we met in downtown Chicago. She was wonderful to drive in, and she was so wonderful and pleasant to meet. She's a wonderful lady. She's very real. I felt nothing but goodness, good vibes, just authentic. It's an authentic human being, and it was just wonderful to hang out with her. So we met at a place called Yarnify, which is a yarn shop. Real small place, but we met there. What we wanted to do was meet at the new yarn shop that was supposed to open in July. And I think I mentioned that before, that I was hoping that this place would be open. It was supposed to open in July, so I thought when I go back in August, surely it'll be open. It is called Miss Purls. It is on the south side of Chicago, and it is owned by an African-American woman, and just beautiful, beautiful, wonderful place that, you know, I really wanted to try and support. And but it wasn't open yet. She wasn't open yet, and when I reached out to her, she told me she was going to be open on Labor Day weekend. So, you know, I'm not there. Clearly, this is Labor Day weekend, and I'm not there. I mean, I'm here, so I'm going to miss out. But when I go back again, and I will be back, I will try to visit and take you guys along, maybe. But I will link an Instagram post from Creative Ceci. She actually is there this weekend, and has put up a video of the place, so you will be able to see it. Anyway, while we were at Yarnify, I did grab hold to 2 hanks of Malabrigo Rios. The first one is the colorway, what is it? Living Coral. And the second one is the colorway Diana. And there they are together, and I do plan to use them together. And the funny thing is that, well, I'll keep talking and then I'll tell you, this past weekend was yet another opportunity, because here's what happened. When I was in Chicago, I started seeing the videos and the pictures from Z with her and Setta and Pam, and I was like, oh no. I actually saw the pictures before I left, and I was like, but it was right before I left, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna totally miss Setta is in town. I'm gonna totally miss Setta, and oh well, I'll see her next go round. And so what happened is that when I kept writing hashtag jealous on all the pictures that they would put up, and Pam reached out to me, Setta and Z, all of them. They were like, we're gonna meet up at the Knitting Tree on such and such and such a day. Well, it was the day that I would be coming back from Chicago, but I would not be back until that evening, so that was going to be a wash. So I was just like, oh well, I'm gonna have to miss it. Well, what I didn't know was that Setta was going to be in town for a little while, and so this past weekend I got an opportunity to meet up with Setta. Now, you guys know I just did a video last week of the Christmas ornament carousel swap box that is being hosted by Christi from Crochet Creations by Christi and me. We both made up a bunch of ornaments, put them in the box, and we have like something like 12 people that the box is traveling through. And it's like any other carousel box. There's freebies you could take freely without replacing. There's a notebook to document, you know, whatever you want to document, whatever you want to say to the people who are coming after you. And then you could read it and see what people wrote who had it before you. And then there are the ornaments. And if you take an ornament, you must replace that ornament. So if you take 3 ornaments, you put in 3 handmade ornaments. So since when I got the box, I had already contributed, you know, half of what was in there from the beginning. Maybe less than half, because I think Christi put in more. However, I didn't want to take a bunch out, because in the end, I'm going to get to, Christi going to share with me some that is in the box when it finally gets back to her. So I only took 1, which I shared on the last one. It was a peppermint. It's over here somewhere, but I will make a mess trying to get it, so I won't do that. But it was a little peppermint, a piece of peppermint candy, and I loved it, and that's the one I took, and I replaced that one. And I also knew that the person that was getting it after me was gonna be Setta. So we decided that we would give it to her in person. That's how we worked it out. So I didn't end up having to mail it to Alaska. I gave it to her in person, included some personal gifts for her. I wanted to do more, but I ran out of time. But I gave it to her, and then we just hung out the whole day. We met up at the knitting tree again, along with Z, because that, you know, that's who Setta's with. So her and Z are having a good time together. Pam came, Vickie from Gotcha Hook came, but also Diana Carroll, or Diana Pierce, her however you know her. She's a friend of mine on Instagram and now in real life, because she drove up from the, you know, she lives south of here, and she drove up to meet up with us. And also Cherie Corvello, or Cavello, I don't know if I got that right, but Cherie also drove up from the same area, and so it ended up being I think like 7 of us that hung out together. We sat, we chatted at the knitting tree, we crocheted, and we bought things, and we gave gifts to each other, and I was just happy to see all of them, and it was so much fun, again, to hang out with people in person, and to really get back to what I had started doing in 2019. In 2019, I had made a decision that I would be more social and out there, especially with the people who are here, or if there was a reason why somebody was going to be here, I was going to make an effort to see them. And then, you know, COVID-19, so last year was a wash. But this year was fantastic. It has, as I've seen all these people already, and it's only August, so I know that I will see them again. So let me know if you're gonna be in the LA area. I will be happy to meet up if you're gonna show up. Anyway, so while we're there, of course, you don't go to a yarn shop. At least I try not to be sitting up in somebody's yarn shop and not buy anything. So I bought some things, and things were bought for me. So let me show you what I got. I got gifted to me from Miss Setta 2 balls of yarn, and these are both Cascade yarns, heritage prints, 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, so it's like a sock base, and it is machine washable, tumble dry. You get 437 yards in each one of these, so literally this would make 2 pairs of socks easily, but that's not what I'm going to make with it. And I got one in the colorway, they just have color numbers, 106, and you can see it's creamy and some browns in there, some lighter to darker browns and cream. And so I got that one, and this one is color number 104, and it's more, you can't really see, okay, it's more fallish. You see that oranges and browns and creams, and really pretty. And the reason why you can see I started trying to use it, I actually was trying to use this at the yarn shop. But you know, I figured out why I don't go to yarn shops to socialize and knit, because I can't crochet or knit and socialize. Just like if you watch me and Christi, you know that she will sometimes actually be crocheting while we're on the live. I cannot do it. So while I was there, I bought a prim. I think I already have this size, but you know, it's one of those things where I wanted to try and crochet, and I had brought a hook and some yarn, but I didn't feel quite great about taking out my little red heart yarn in the yarn shop. So I was like, I'm gonna try and make, I'm gonna put up a picture of the Just Breathe shawl that I made with a Karen cotton cake, and you will see it's humongous. Well, I found out about that pattern from going to the knitting tree back in May, and so but the sample is much smaller because they made it with superwash merino wool #1. So I wanted to make a smaller one, but in fall colors that I could use throughout the fall and winter while I'm here, you know, in LA. You know, you don't need anything huge, right? Doesn't get that cold. So I bought this. I bought a prim in the right size that I needed to start that pattern. And these are reasonably priced. This was, I mean, I got a whole set of these for less than 20 bucks, I think, off of Amazon when I bought it, but this one was $5.50. Not too bad. Like I said before, very much like the Hobby Lobby one that's shaped and feels just like the same thing as that. So go get you one from Hobby Lobby, you got the same thing. So got that. Then I purchased, I hope I have the ball for this because I got this one wound up because the Just Breathe shawl sample that Annette, who owns a store that she made, was made from this Cascade Heritage Wave, 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, same content. You get 437 yards in a ball, and this colorway is color number 505. They don't do that, but I loved how it looks, so I grabbed that in another fallish colorway, and I am going to make the Just Breathe from that. So I'm thinking I might gift some Just Breathes, but anyway, that's what I got. And then of course, you know, Claudia wasn't with us. Claudia is a busy woman, got lots going on in her life. She was not with us, but she has her buttons at the knitting tree, so I got some of those. I always try to grab some when I go, either I'm gonna keep them for myself or give them away. So this one is saying, so here's her packaging, and the button is upside down in there, so I'll turn it. Crochet Luna. And the button says 100% chance of yarn. Yes, for all of us. And then this one says knit, spin, weave, loom, crochet, love. So I had to get that one. All right, so that's the things that I got from my outing. And by hopefully right somewhere around here or at the end, I'm gonna put in a little bit of a clip of the pictures that we took. Didn't do any real videos. My pictures were on the live, so they'll look like it's video, but it's really just snapshots. And I'll put that in here next so you can see that. It was a wonderful time, and these ladies are fantastic. We hung out pretty much the whole day. We went and got food later at this incredible place that Z knew about, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves and had a fabulous time with Setta, who by now I think might be on her way back to Alaska, but she's been on like a little tour, and so good to have Setta in town. I will always make time and make a way if I can to see her when she comes to town. She's a lovely human being, and it was just good for my soul to just be with these ladies, and it was fantastic. So that was that. And then I think the last thing I want to share with you guys, oh, there's two more things I want to share. I am a part of a traveling shawl project that is sponsored by Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. So I'm going to pause a minute. I'm going to open this box because the shawl showed up. I'm going to work on it today so I can get it back out to the next person who is after me. So basically the shawl is traveling. There are two of them in two different colorways. I'm on team yellow. There's also a team purple. And so the pattern is from, I'll tell you in a minute. But once I do my portion, I send it to the next person. And what Rose, I believe, is planning to do is to actually sell them and donate the money to the charity that she's been working with for a few years, and that all of us have been able to support through her, and it's called Wings, and it's an organization that it supports women and men who have gone through, and children, families who have gone through domestic violence, and so it's a great cause. But hold on a minute, I'm gonna open the box and come right back. All right, so I have the box open. Again, I'm on team yellow, and here you go. So there in the box is a cake of Shepya's Whirl, and there's some tea that I could take whatever I like. There's stitch markers, keep a set for yourself. A hook is in here, and a copy of the pattern, and this is the Asgard pattern by Reggie from J Hook Crochet. 100% of the proceeds will go to Wings, and I will be completing a set of up to the setup. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, okay. Second, third, and fourth will do the, okay. So I am just doing one repeat, row 11 through 16, and then I'm sending it on to the next person. I will not share the written pattern. However, if you like this pattern, just look it up. I will link it. It's called the Asgard shawl pattern. And Reggie is giving us a 10% off discount if you would like. And the code is GET10, GET 10, the number 10, and you can get 10% off if you want this pattern. And then once I'm finished with it, I'm gonna email Rose, and she'll let me know who to send it to next. But let me look at this. Wow, I'm not gonna show this picture of it. I will link it so you can go and see what the Asgard shawl pattern looks like. And then, oh wow, oh my gosh, look at this. I'm scared. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Stuff is all tangled in it. I have to figure out how not to get stuff tangled in it. I don't know. I'll do that there because that might be a reason for that. But anyway, let's see if I can show you. I think it's okay for me to show. That is where it's at right now. I'm going to be doing my repeat. I'm not taking that ball of yarn out of here, but there's tees and everything else in there. And oh, there's look at that, stitch markers that I can take some of, and I'll show you what I take next time. And yeah, let's see. Oh, how nice. Tammy put some teas in, and this is very nice, very well done. And so I will get working on my portion. It's not that many rows. I finished mine up today and be ready to send it off. So that's another thing that I'm participating in. So I got to get that done. And so the final thing that I wanted to share, I think, with you is a new project bag that I got all the way from England. And this was a splurge for sure. Because you know I make project bags, and I haven't been making lately, although I'll flash up a picture of something that I did complete for Miss Tina from Crafts by the Rose. She commissioned me to make some bags specifically for her, and you will see those flashing up. However, this is a maker from England who I have been a long time. I don't even know how we got connected on Instagram, but I'm telling you, if I ever go, I don't think I'm ever going to go to Rhinebeck, but if I do, it will be because she's coming and I can meet her in person. Her name is, okay, she spells it G-I-L-L. So I don't know if that's short for Jillian with the G, or if her name is actually Gil. So let me know if you watch this. Now, the name of her her shop and her brand is Bertie and Poppet, and she posted up a picture of these bags that she made. This is my second one of her bags. They just get fabric that I don't necessarily see. So sometimes I just jump in and buy one from a European maker. And this was a giant bag for crochet projects, and it's perfect because wait till you see the print. And I know y'all hear the crinkling, and I don't never apologize for crinkling because I like crinkling. So let me pick up what fell. And oh, it's a little rabbit. Look at her card. Just so classy. Bertie and Poppet. And then there's her information. So she made these giant bags for crochet projects. I think she's primarily a knitter, but she does crochet. And she knows that we be making big stuff like blankets. Look at that. Do you see the granny square print? The granny square print. I hope you guys can hear me. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And then on the inside, it's got the box bottom. This is a huge bag. Huge. Look at that. Very nice. That's what the inside looks like. I love this granny square print. I just had to have it. But this is truly blanket sweater size bag. Let me see. Let me see her label. It looks, this is how Lori's labels look too. These are nice. Really nice. So I love it. I love it, love it. Thank you, Gil. It was worth it. Oh, and I didn't even show you what she puts on the zipper pull. Bertie and Poppet. Okay. So that's it. That's everything. I thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully I'm going to be back on track. I feel like I'm feeling a lot better. I think spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I'm feeling better. I feel a little bit, I'm feeling better. So lots of stuff going on, lots of exciting things. Personally that, you know, down the line, we might share with you, but for now, just know that I'm super busy and but I'm ready to be back connected with you guys. So I'm sure more videos will be available and coming, because I do need to show my progress. I'm gonna make a little video to show my progress on that shawl before I send it off. So anyway, gang, thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Until we meet again, keep it crafty. Bye, guys.